Boker Tov. Ayan po. Sa time check, it's 4:40 in the morning. Sorry po.
Alma. Naman tayo amin kinapot yun. Laila tam na kulam.
For a while. Slakan nga mo pan makiko.
Mayat man kasanong erete kakasana rete? Kastalat ta rete?
Awan, itudtudom na kaonday ito. Hi!
Sige na nga rod. May kape.
Mayat mo na.
Bye-bye. Ingat ka
Masakot ako
bless.
sa Sophia.
Enjoy na.
Ay na nga, ayan mo man.
Takot
Timer mo tayo sa ngalan.
May kulta.
Okay.
Sige. Biti abon.
Haan in sublik ijay flat. Kababay. Kunak no bus ka. Okay, so this is our jeep. We have two jeeps there, and we're getting ready to go to Mitzpe, Ramon. We're currently here at the Makhtesh Ramon Visitor Center. Babalik pa kami dito mamaya. we'll just do a 4-hour jeep tour.
Okay, let's go. Okay, Lal.
Okay, so
Ayos na. Middle.
it's not.
Okay, come here. Come here. Very good. Very good, Taman. Dandanat kayo. Give me your hands. Oh, no.
Oh, hello. God bless you.
No, it's okay. 1 minute. Kaya ka ng talubong. Uy, nalagsak driver ito ko. Alam ng kalubong. Inilam di.
Okay,
So,
meet our driver.
morning.
Good morning.
My name is Noam,
Hi, Noah.
and I've been told you haven't had breakfast yet.
Yes.
So, we're driving anyways down to the crater. And just before our first stop, there's like, an overpass. And we'll sit there in the shade because there's not much shade in Makhtesh, so we'll find what we can.
Oh. Okay, so let's go.
Here we go.
dry riverbed. This is the main drainage of this crater, which I will explain about, but my grandmother had a saying that it's a rough translation when you're not very good at listening with an empty stomach. First we're going to take care of that.
Invite ako dalisados. Labas pa ng tako.
Oh, my.
Yeah, there's your view. Huge!
Ah, this is the shade?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Told you it was a trick. And would you be having tea with your breakfast?
Yes.
Okay. I'll get to brew it.
I think. No, Banji, wait. Please. Kabuki. Không kaya mo chạy ulong.
This is where we're going to have our breakfast. Our drivers. And this is where we're going to set up our food.
So lemongrass, sage,
Lemongrass,
Luisa.
sage.
and what else? Geranium. Just off the top of your head, when I say crater, what's the first
Like
thing that comes?
volcano.
Volcano.
Yeah.
All right, that's one kind of crater. Another kind, which you all know, is meteor. That's another kind of crater. Those two kinds are what we call violent craters. Right? They happen in an instant. This is a very different kind. This is a non-violent, a peaceful crater, if you will. And this one, Makhtesh Ramon, is the biggest crater in the Earth of its kind. Okay? Of this non-violent, gentle kind, that is an erosion crater. Now, there are only 5 of those here in Israel, and a couple more in Sinai, but even there it's very close to the borders. The reason they are so rare, only 7 of those around here, is because they need a very specific set of terms to form. Now, the first term, or the first condition, is having a base layer of very soft rocks. So, something like this. So this is a kind of clay, and this is sandstone, and they are both very soft. And they are formed by slow flowing rivers that deposit sand on their bottom. Second condition that we need is a flood over the entire area of an ocean, an ancient ocean. And in that ocean, we had marine life. That marine life died, sank to the bottom, and from its skeleton, from the calcium in its skeleton, rocks were formed, such as, should always be careful when you're picking up stones in the desert. Limestone, okay, like this, which is a very tough kind of stone, at least tougher than these. Now, this limestone, we have a different name for it in Hebrew, it's called Even Yerushalmit. Have you been to Jerusalem? And did you see all the houses or tiles?
It's made of
Okay, it's this limestone. And in fact, you can't really see it from here, maybe if you kind of peek above, but the top of the crater where we met this morning in the visitor center all sits on this layer of limestone. And that layer continues all throughout Israel. Okay? In Jerusalem, in Haifa, in the Carmel, it's all this limestone. So soft rocks, strong rocks, tougher rocks. Next thing that happens is a collusion, an ancient collusion firstly between Africa and Europe, which created the Alps, but then Africa gave a little nudge on the side to Asia and created a smaller mountain range, not the Alps, but still a mountain range nonetheless. And here we had a mountain which was approximately 2,000 meters high. Okay, so like the tallest mountain in Israel today, the Ramon, same height more or less. And this is where I start playing with sand. So what I'm doing now is I'm creating a layer of mud which will simulate the hard, tough layer of the limestone. So we have a mountain which is hard on the outside and soft on the inside. All right. So as we had a flood that created this layer, again, this area was flooded, but this time the top of the mountain is sticking out of the water because it's so tall. And essentially we have an island. So the outer slopes, the lower slopes of the mountain are underwater, and the top of it is above water sticking out. Now, when you're exposed like that, you get bombarded with wind and sand and rain, and over time, the top of the mountain was eroded away. So now we basically have a bowl, a hard bowl with soft material in it, and we only need somewhere for the material to exit and a lower basin to drain into. Now, do you know of a very low place somewhere here in the area? Very deep? The Dead Sea. You're nailing it. So, the Dead Sea, which opened 15 to 20 million years ago, created a new low basin. And now, when the rain fell on this chopped off mountain, it dug into the side over time, and through these openings, the material exited. In fact, the Dead Sea used to be much deeper, like 50% deeper, and that was filled with materials from the crater. This is our crater.
Yeah.
And we are here, in the middle of it. We started way up here in town. Now, I would like to ask you a question. Say rain falls in Mitzpe Ramon, in the visitor center, okay, where we were just now. Does it flow into the crater or out?
Into it.
Well, you answered first, so now you have to explain. Why is that?
Because it has deeper canal.
So,
It's easy.
the crater is lower, but consider the original slope of the mountain. Okay, the original slope is outside. It goes outward. So, water that falls outside of the crater, the Makhtesh, only drains itself. So there's no stream entering, there is only a stream exiting. Just a couple of insights more about this. So if water only drains outside, nothing goes in, then the floods here are not as violent as those in the Dead Sea. Okay, they build slowly, they're not as massive. And also, I saw you before walking in the riverbed and taking photos of rocks and stuff like that. All this mosaic, all these different types of rocks that you find here, it's all local, right? There's no import from outside the crater. Consider if we had like a volcano or a meteor, everything is crushed and crumbled and superheated. Over here, it's just like an archaeologist, slowly.
Mainit ang sikat ng araw. Nakakasunog ng balat.
Yeah, it's clay. In the Philippines, like clay. Yeah, conditioner. Yeah, in the Philippines we use
So this is how it looks like. Ganyan po itsura niya.
it's good for the. Let's dig in. Let's put it into your car. I want to believe that.
Ah,
Send the picture. It's like this.
There's somebody dug into it.
you can see the different layers from up there all the way here. You can see the difference.
The skeleton was made originally from silver. Yours? Am I allowed to touch it? Okay, it's good to know.
Okay, so we're back on the jeep again.
Sino may medicine na? Sino diyan? Ano yung color na? Si Kali ng alat. Ang bulungot sa buwato ay.
Dito muna kami sa Acacia tree. Ako na ni Dave.
And then the tree will fall down.
Acacia, di ba naman lako kas plywood yan siya din first class ay doy.
Join.
Okay.
Acacia, no, come here.
Acacia.
I-background me dito eh.
So the beetle comes and drills a hole into it. There aren't some that I can show you now. Maybe we'll find some later. But it drills a hole and it lays its eggs inside. That's exactly right. Nice to point it out. Okay, can you see this hole?
Yes.
This is the drill hole that was left. Now, when they're ripe, in each and every one, you can find this hole, at least one hole. Okay, one drill hole. Not in most, not in some, not in many, all of them. So, when the eggs of that beetle hatch, the caterpillars, they eat the actual seeds and grow and become their own beetles. Now, this is great for the beetle, not so good for the acacia, right? Because it cannot procreate like this. It's exactly a parasite, right? So, to deal with that parasite, evolved a kind of relationship with a different animal, which was
The deer.
that's a new species of deer.
New breed.
We're not judging. We're not
New breed of a deer. I
So the
breed it.
deer comes and eats the pod. Now, in its stomach, in its digestive tracts, the fluids and acids kill, essentially, the beetle's eggs. Or the caterpillars, whichever stage it ate it when it was. Yeah, not so good for the beetle, right? Furthermore, on each seed, there's a layer that prevents it from germinating, from sprouting. So only when it passes through the intestines of the deer does it erode away. And after a good meal, we need to go to...
Okay.
You got it.
When it does, kaki, somewhere else, in that poo, there is now plenty of organic material and perhaps maybe even a spot which water flows into on a flood. And then the seed can sprout and have a new acacia tree.
Yeah.
Now, this is good for the acacia on two levels. First, it's spreading its seed. Secondly, it's spreading its seed somewhere else.
Another
So the
place.
acacia does not want to compete with its offsprings. It doesn't want to have another acacia here. Because it really is,
The roots.
well, the roots are, we'll talk about them in a second, but this is a very major tree in the desert. Okay, there's not much that comes close to it. The other shrubs you see here are not on the same level. Now the roots, well, what you see above ground is about a sixth. So 5 times more is in ground.
Oh, wow.
And if you kind of zoom out, you can see that this whole area we're standing on is like a stage. This whole landmass is a stage held by the roots. So it actually changes the course of the stream. It has to go around this state, for lack of a better word.
To find water.
So much more to say about the acacia because it's really a center of life, from nesting to feeding to other parasite that lives off its roots and much, much more. But I think my deer is falling asleep. Oh.
I'm just waiting here because maybe the lion will come.
Perhaps. If you climb high enough, you can see those in Africa. Try it. Which bird did you see?
Little bird. The black one?
No, the gray.
No.
The gray one.
It's called a wagtail.
Wag
One with the black
wagtail?
tail and gray body. It's a wagtail.
Wagtail.
And this is
No, that's a
and
different
that
one.
is a wheat ear.
Wheat ear.
Yeah, do you know why it's called that way?
Here.
A wheat ear?
Wheat ear?
Yeah, wheat, like the stuff
Ah, the
you
wheat.
make bread out of.
Bread. Oh, wheat.
Yeah, so actually it's a corruption. The original English name was white arse.
White arse?
But English people didn't want to say arse all the time, so they invented like a wheat ear etymology for it. But it has no root in
But it's like a queen.
Yeah, it's a bird, and there are many species of it. So this one is black belly, then there's white belly, then there's winter and summer. Pardon?
They do not have foods here. It's desert. Why are
They eat small grains. Or grapes.
Bricks everywhere.
For carpentry. Also, it doesn't have long, long branches which are straight. So maybe this spot. But. It's not all a jeep.
What's that green white piece?
This?
Truck off.
It's a marking of the trail.
The trail. Is this the Israeli trail that you're talking about earlier?
No, the Israeli veered off to climb the Ramon.
It's red and white. This red
Which? So there was a red and white trail there, and the Israeli trail, most places, there's not a new trail. When they made it, they didn't make new trails. Some, but not many. Most of it was kind of rebranding old trails and connecting them together. That's the quarry, and it's now a night stop where you can camp around. You can camp because you're not allowed to just roam around in the reservation at night, as to not to disturb the animals. So if you do want to sleep, you need to do it here inside, and there are made spots for you. it's mainly an area we're passing through on our way to a viewpoint, which allows us to see the shape of the crater. The town, it's a great view, but you don't really get the contour. nicer when you grab my hand.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Nakita ko yun.
It's bad to litter, but it's worse to fall off a cliff. Now, what I like specifically about this viewpoint is that it's from inside the crater. You can really see the heart shape. Okay, so look at the map. You see it's like a drawn out heart, like an elongated heart. Now let's try and make sense of it all. So Ardon Mountain, so the middle, of the heart, that's over there. That's the cliff, the lines on it, and on either side.
Ayan po. Pababa na kami.
Ilan yung kalsada.
Take notice of the beautiful colors you're about to see all around us. It's green and red and blue. And this is known as what we're now entering.
Yeah, there's maroon.
So this is Reptile Ravine.
Reptile Ravine.
The reason being that they found here a skeleton, fossilized skeleton of a marine reptile. 230 million years ago.
Pag ako siya amin utod.
Pwede lang yan. Ang kasi niya.
Nandun kayo tuwad ang kalsada.
Lips and as pinapit.
Wow, there is our real road is here now.
We're just gonna cross it to the other side.
Cross. Okay.
It's fine by you.
Yeah, of course.
Because it will not be thrilling if we were going to pass through this road. We're going to stop here?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to take a short walk around here and see.
Acacia, as they pronounce it. And ito ang ano niya, bulaklak niya.
So that the animals can learn. Now, every time I come to visit, I'll stick in a different place.
We will follow you. Follow you. Ay, he knows it.
May panis mo na sa
So first, this is the rotten. We've already seen it once or twice or like 100. It's very common in the desert. Many legends around it. One of them, if I may, is about nowadays we have dating sites and matchmakers, and this is the originals. Okay? So let's say two Bedouins, a boy and a girl, each is tending to its herd of sheep or goats, and they come to a water hole. First, the male takes his herd and waters them, and while they're drinking, he finds this tree or shrub and he makes like an elaborate knot or a braid. This is not very good. I'm not gonna find a date like this, but
Braid?
yeah, braid or a knot.
We know braid.
Yeah, you can braid.
Yeah.
Be gentle with it, right?
Ah, okay. Thank you.
We're reversing the roles. She's hitting on someone.
After braid.
After she's finished, she leaves the bush alone, goes back up to maybe a hillside like this, and then the female goes down and water her herd. Okay? And when they're drinking, again, she steps to the bush. Now, if the braid is nice, like this one, and she finds the boy attractive, then she maybe adds another braid to it or another knot. And if she's not into him,
She will not go like Shlomo, come here and braid it. Someone will continue.
she breaks it apart.
I will water
As
it.
an adaptation for living in the desert, it retains fatty acids, which prevent the evaporation of water. So it retains
So
water.
it helps a lot in the desert.
Furthermore, because the ground and the water in it are salty, it also contains salt. Now, what happens when I grind those two together? Now I can wash off the paint, which I did at the beginning. Yeah,
Could we
the
try
clay.
to?
Yes, of course.
Maybe we can make
Okay.
soup out of this one.
Yeah, the green one.
This is against virus.
Ay, aboya, di maputputuan ba?
There's no fine smell to it, but it cleans, it really cleans, okay?
This is the medicine for pain.
Helpful plant. Maybe it's like
Okay,
disinfectant.
yeah, you don't need that much, you can share that. Share that with a couple. So we are now in the middle of the wall of the Makhtesh. We're exiting.
Ah, this is the wall.
And we're out.
We're out.
stream that the Ramon River flows into, and this one actually flows into the Ramon.
So this is like a river?
Wow!
It's a dry river now. In winter, when it floods, it flows. is the salt bush he was speaking about.
Salt bush?
Yeah, so the leaves are salty and you can eat them.
You can eat?
Oh,
Yeah, share.
Share?
it's not dust.
No, I dusted it off. Now it's only salt.
Yeah, it's salt.
Pass it to him.
Yeah, salt.
You don't taste it.
Yeah, it's salt. It's edible?
We believe you now.
They're recording.
Are we at the back of this
Unfortunately, we go back on the road.
No more
Just like that. Another one by the road.
There's what's that?
That's Spirit, the wild
Wild
donkey.
donkey. Wild donkey?
Oh, so close to the road.
She wants. City center.
Oh, look, pine trees.
Where?
Over there, there's a grove.
Oh,
It's
there is
planted,
a
it's not
pine.
natural. And again. It's a visitor center, also deals with Ramon, but with the crater as well.
Where's the museum?
Is this the entrance? We're back. What's your name again?
Noam.
Noam. Okay.
Thank you so much. We
So
enjoyed
thank you
much.
for touring us today.
Thank you.
We will not forget
Being
you.
great guests.
Yeah. Okay, so we're back here. visitor center. I'm sorry, what's your name again? Yonathan. Okay, thank you for touring us today.
Thank you very much. It was our pleasure.
Later
Thank you
on.
for the Land Rover. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Have a
Okay,
good, nice
so
week.
if they want to do jeep tours, is this the number that they can contact? Okay. And this is your website?
Yes, not mine. No, Sivan. Her name is Sivan.
Okay. Cool. Bye.
Bye bye.